Thanks for continuing to watch this episode of Revelations. We're so excited to be visiting with Ariel Ministries, Camp Shoshana in New York, Keysville. With me, Dr. Arnold Fugenbaum. So when we talk about evangelism, sharing the gospel, this is, Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. How do you guys equip people to reach the Jewish people with the gospel, the true gospel?
So it's first important to portray what kind of Messiah did the Hebrew Bible portray. And once you specify that, then the next question is, did Yeshua or Jesus fulfill those requirements or not? And so that's the basic strategy. Sometimes you have time to do this, sometimes you don't, but there's always a Jewish frame of reference you can easily start with. And so that's essentially what we do in the various branches. Well, some of our branches are more focused on teaching because where they exist, the Jewish population is quite minimal, if at all. Other branches are primarily Jewish evangelism with some teaching. Others balance both. So that depends on the situation. We have branches now in 10, 11 different countries, and so they're active.
Do you agree that even there's a lot of Jewish people that just still don't even know their original Hebrew scriptures? I mean, there's some Christians that have a better working of the Old Testament than some.
Well, because the Jewish community has been so secularized,
right.
Jewish people generally know almost nothing about the Bible. And because they're also secular, most Jewish people know nothing about Judaism. They've never read anything about the Talmud, the Mishnah, Gemara, the Midrashim, and the Targumim, and these Jewish writers. So Torah, 5 books of Moses, and rabbinic writings is far more the focus. Then they read certain books for certain holy days, like the book of Ruth, the book of Esther, certain points. But otherwise, it's largely ignored, frankly.
Right. Well, you can't talk about evangelism without bringing up like Romans 1:15 and 16. Paul says, I'm ready to preach the gospel. It's the power of God unto salvation for whoever believes, right? For the Jew first and for the Gentile. So you guys, I think I saw that on one of your business cards.
Sure. Yeah, people say, well, for evangelism, use the Gospel of John. Well, for Gentiles, that's true, but for Jews, Matthew works better.
Gotcha.
Because Matthew's the one that keeps quoting one passage of the Hebrew Bible over and over, one after another, one after another.
Right.
And that's really what you need for convincing.
Right.
Even the secular Jew that knows nothing, that knows schmutz about anything, because he's Jewish, he still feels he has to honor the Hebrew Bible.
Right.
So you can still talk to him about what the Hebrew Bible says, because that is their Bible, that is our Bible.
Right.
He's never read it since his bar mitzvah, but that's our Bible.
Right. Yeah, so it's like in his DNA somewhat, in his spirit, right in his heart. That's good. Well, stay tuned. We're going to get some more interviews, talk about how the Lord is using Ariel Ministries to share the gospel to the Jew and to the rest of the world. Keep watching.
Ariel Ministries has a number of branches around the world. Over the years, I've seen some very effective ministries from Ariel in evangelism and outreach.
Christians coming from many different countries here and learn the gospel.
India, we had 2 fellows come here. Their name was Rubens, but they were Indians. And they both got saved and went back and said, going back to the synagogue and tell everybody. So that was interesting. So we have them all over the world.
Again, Arnold travels all over, and then he invites a lot of folks to come here through the camp, and through the teaching, through the Word of God, we see folks come to know the Lord.
And they're more friendly people, wonderful people from all over the world and this country that have invited us into the circle of their friendship. And it's worth coming for the people that you meet. The lectures are some of the best and most inspiring you'll ever hear anywhere.
And the camp itself has such a warm feel because you really feel as if you're closer to what God has created.
We have cabins for families and
a few places for couples, the new bunkhouses, which are great because we can use those in multiple ways. The families are nice because we have classes for all ages, so it's great to see the kids come and use the facilities and play and do all those things.
What they do is they go to class just like the adults for 4 hours a day. They learn very similar material as the adults. And then we have something we call rec time, where we go outside and play volleyball, soccer ball, capture the flag, those kind of fun things for kids. We actually meet at the beach and we have a bonfire, we sing songs, we have someone who comes and shares a testimony. In the afternoon they go swimming in the lake, there's a little sandy beach, they can build castles, and you can go bike riding, there's a horse ranch not too far away, you can go horseback riding, you can go mountain climbing, some beautiful things here.
Camp Shoshana is just a wonderful place to be because it's international. You can't put there's no stigma of a particular kind of Christian that comes here, but they're all people that are hungry for deeper learning, and they're all people that have received it and then used it. So there's always a number of pastors, there's always a number of nations.
These will often attract Jewish people who are not yet believers in Yeshua, in Jesus as Messiah, and because they're seeing a genuine Jewish expression, and it becomes evident as they look at the people who are teaching that one actually can be Jewish and believe that Yeshua, that Jesus is the Messiah.
I want to invite you to take a look at our website, revelationstvseries.org. It's produced by Horizon Media Studios. It's a 501c3 media ministry, and what we're doing is helping other ministries tell their story. Homeless shelters and children's homes, Bible colleges, seminaries, mission sending agencies. With your help, we can continue to help tell their story, to inspire the world, to shine their light and let God get the glory for the work that's being done in advancing the kingdom of Jesus Christ.